Hello, beautiful butterflies. Okay, so you know a couple things. Number one, fall is next week. This weekend. And number two, I'm in recovery from the flu. My eye looks so much better. It was completely blown out with the flu. And yes, I Googled, can flu get in your eye? And yes, it can. So I missed Monique's beauty bag this week, and I thought in lieu of that, and in keeping with my newfound tradition of making one video per week, I'll show you some of my favorite fall palette choices. I don't know. I've never done this before, but I see other people doing it, so I'm like, let's do it too. All right, so first, let me say thank you for coming. Second, let me say welcome if you're new. Welcome if you're not new. I really appreciate y'all joining me. And let's get right into it. Okay, so if you have a cheek, and I do, I have selected the Natasha Denona Bronze Cheek Palette as a nice, beautiful fall blush. This is not saying that it's the only blush you have to use, but if you put this bronze stuff on your cheeks, you will have a nice glow that I know that you can appreciate. This comes with powders and creams. I've only ever used the powders, but I'm looking forward to incorporating the creams when I get a chance. That's that. Bing! I have my palette set up on the commode, and I have a basket on the floor, so let's get to the next palette. In no particular order, by the way. This is the Nudes of New York. Woo, don't want to have the glare. The Nudes of New York by Maybelline. And we'll open it and show you what it looks like. It does not have a mirror, but this looks like a fall palette to me. And as I go through these, please put in the comments what you think. Are these fall palettes? I'm not really sure. I'm not that good at this yet. And of course, a lot of these palettes I've never even worn. I've swatched them, but I haven't worn them. But I think this will make a great fall palette. Nudes of New York by Maybelline. And that bronze cheek was Natasha Denona. Next, I have the Tarte Man Eater After Dark. They've recently come out with the Nightfall palette, but I'm in love with this one. And I'm kind of satisfied. I don't know if I would get the other one, but I'm so satisfied with this. And this is screaming fall to me. Let me know what you think. This is my first video of this kind, by the way. All right. And, of course, I have my Huda Beauty Empowered palette. I think this makes a great fall color story. You see those golds and burgundies and roses, I guess. I'm not sure, but I think it makes a great fall palette. Again, let me know what you think. I guess I'm hoping for a lot of comments about what I'm showing. And none of this stuff is brand new. So you may already have this stuff. And if so, pull it out for fall. Let's play. I have the Milani Gilded Terra right here. And let's move the plastic. This is what it looks like. A lot of jewel tones. The golds, the mauves, the burgundies, the pops of green. I love it. Looking forward to enjoying it. And honestly, I'm not the kind of person to design my eye makeup around what season I'm in. But yeah, I think this will make a great fall palette. Next up is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. Let's take a look. It's gorgeous. I love it. I have worn this, and yeah, it leaves nothing to be desired. This, if you just had one palette to wear, this could be it. I could say that about a lot of these. And a lot of these I couldn't really say that about. So here we go. There's the bronze. And keeping on with Natasha Denona, we have the gold palette. The bronze palette and the gold palette seem like they would go together, but they're not very similar. I'll move the sheet so you can see. But the gold palette looks like an excellent choice for fall. Try it out. I think it's still available. And for any of these that aren't available anymore, look around your stuff. You might have this, you may have similar things. All I'm saying is, let's get ready to enjoy the fall, because guess what? It's coming. My next palette is the Koki Artist Palette. No, it's called, yeah, it is called the Artist Palette, but it's called the Goddess. These Artist Palettes came out with several iterations, and I got the Goddess iteration. I think that it is a great fall palette. Very neutral. A lot of these I picked because they remind me of the colors that come up when the leaves start changing. And I think that if you consider that, you'll find that this palette fits right in. I do have the Milani Gilded Gold. Believe it or not, this is one of the first palettes that I ever purchased once I started on this let's get into makeup journey. And look at those shades. Does that not scream fall? And actually, now that I'm looking at it, this reminds me of possibly a dupe for the gold palette. And you know what? The gold palette by Natasha Denona is not a midi palette. And in my head, even though I don't have the Yucca palette, I feel like the Yucca palette is a midi version of the gold palette. I could be mistaken. But we do have the Milani Gilded Gold. We also have this Milani Full Face palette, which has your highlighter, bronze, shadow, and blush. But look at the colors. Autumn. Right? Yeah. Let me know what you think. Do you all have any of these palettes? Do you feel like you could dupe this with something that you currently own? Even if you don't have those? I don't know. We did talk about the man-eater. And I have a mini man-eater. This, I think, is perfect for travel. I don't know if people travel a lot in the fall, but look at this. You got your gold, your forest green as in some of these shades, the green doesn't fade throughout the fall or the winter. That's why we have evergreens, right? So I think this is a great fall palette. Let me know if you agree. And I think I will go here next. The LA Girl Pro Artistry. Yeah, Pro Artistry is the name of it. And if you are one to want to incorporate a pot, I do have the plastic on it. I'm not going to bother taking that off. If you are one who likes to incorporate pops of color with your fall neutrals, I think this is an ideal palette to go with. You may already have it. It's been out for a few years. And the rest of the palettes are from Juvia's Place. Let me first grab the Warrior. And the Warrior is an all matte. Well, it doesn't have a mirror, so I don't have to do anything special. This is an all matte palette that I think you can use in conjunction with a lot of these other palettes if you don't like all matte looks. But look at that. Pumpkin spice right there in the middle. Screams fall. Then we have Juvia's Place The Warrior, which I consider a very lovely fall-esque palette. Fall going into holidays for sure. Then we have the Saharan by Juvia's. Again, if you like to incorporate your neutrals with a pop of color, so not only do you have your pumpkin spices, but you also have a pink and a black, something that you can actually use this palette along with other palettes to create beautiful looks for yourself. And I have one more. This wasn't a long video. I thought it might be. But finally, the Nubian 2. Let's open it and see what it offers. Yes, she's beautiful. These are my picks for fall 2023, which begins at the end of this week. I hope that you have enjoyed the video. I hope that you have some makeup that you can choose to enjoy throughout this fall season. Please understand that I'm not really wearing makeup too much because I'm still recovering from the flu. And I'm not trying to really, contaminate my makeup. And let's see some of these palettes come out. Because Monique's Beauty Bag is going to have some of these palettes going through. I have no choice. This is what I have. Let's wear it and enjoy it together. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to leave a comment or many comments because I want to know what y'all think about this video and I want to know what y'all think about these palette choices. And share, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and share. Oh, I said share, but share it twice if you have to. Peace.